Welcome to Behind the Catch Fence. I'm your host, David Hoffman, as usual. We're here in Gainesville, Florida, first week of the NHRA season, and we're here with Jack Beckman. Jack, you're now a full-time driver again. I mean, how are you feeling? You've got to be probably the most excited guy out here.
Well, I think last time we talked was PRI show, and that's where the announcement was made that I was taking over full-time for John Forrest. Maybe a probation, I don't know, but I haven't run a full season since 2019. 2020, the season went to 11 races because of COVID, right? I haven't run for a championship since 2020, and that was a good year. We won 3 of the 11 races. Last year we won 2 of the 8 I was in, and one of them I was a no-show on Sunday because of vertigo. The car's there, the team's there, the driver's coming along. I'm feeling more and more comfortable, and then having a chance to go do this week in and week out, that comfort level just gets better.
I'm curious, with now having a full off season to prep a little bit more and everything else and be with the team and gels, what have you guys sort of been working on to make sure that you're ready for this year?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. My off season was fixing elevators full time from 7 to 3:30. I will go to part time now. I will work about half the normal hours, and I kind of like that split. I get to be a blue-collar guy, and then I get to put a helmet on. And I think it keeps my mind occupied. And, you know, when you're a full-time funny car driver, what you're supposed to do is think about driving that car all the time. And that's not a bad thing, but it can get too deep in your head sometimes. It's nice to have the pleasant distractions. Work's a 4-letter word, but I'm grateful to have a company that'll let me come in and work half the time. I'm a mechanical guy. I like being hands-on. These guys won't let me touch a wrench around here, so that feels pretty good.
And now obviously having Austin Prock as a teammate, I talked to him a little bit ago. He's like, the one thing that stands out to you is you're always loud, you're always talking, always like really, just high energy. How do you bring that in? It's interesting because the one thing I've noticed is you have the high energy, but you also seem very calm, cool, collected when when it's required and that sort of thing. Just how do you balance that when the sport is as demanding and violent as it is out on the track?
You'll see drivers. Let me back up for a second. I am a student of the Frank Hawley method. I'm a believer in it. I've worked with Frank since 1998. I was a student of his before I took a job there. Calm is always better. People can tell you different. It's not true. It's a physiological fact. Calm is better. It's quicker. It's better responses and reactions to what the car is doing down the track. I like to speak. I'm a huge fan of the sport. When I'm out of the race car, the fans bring a whole lot of energy here, and it's easy to feed off that and give it back to them. When I get the helmet on and get in the car, it's time to go into driving mode, and that's calm. I don't have an issue with making that change.
And obviously coming into this year, just having the, I guess not pressure off, but from your perspective, when you go from not chasing the championship for a couple years, not being in the race car, and then to coming back into this type of environment, is there a little bit of less pressure coming off, knowing that this is sort of like an unexpected good thing that has happened?
Yes and no, because it's all self-induced, right? Pressure is how you respond to the situation, right? If you got to go to work and get 4 papers out that day, is that pressure or is that a challenge? So driving the car part-time last year, filling in for 8 races, was that pressure because that was an application for taking the job full-time? Maybe. I looked at it as an opportunity. I thought my driving days were over. I got a chance to get back in a great hot rod, drive for one of my heroes, and win some races. So now I'm getting to do it full-time. Is that more pressure because now you're running for points for the full season? Sure. And it's also a great opportunity, right? It's just kind of how you look at it.
And final question, being back at Gainesville, what is it about this atmosphere of the race itself that just gets you rolling and that sort of thing?
Oh, it's a buzz. When you come in here and you can't hardly walk through the pits, and I told my lady Christine, she's never been to Gainesville. I said, Saturday at Gainesville is likely the highest attended day in drag racing throughout the entire year. When we come out and test, we want to do everything we can to make this car haul butt down the racetrack. And if there's nobody in the stands, we still want to do everything we can to make our car go quick. When we tow up for first round, we want to do everything we can to make our car run quick. But when there's 25,000 people in the stands, no driver can say it doesn't make a difference. It makes a difference. And coming to Gainesville as a season opener is something I've never experienced. It's always been my home track, Pomona, California. This is new. It's different. I'm fine with it. And you show up here Friday and you realize it's on. This is the start of the NHRA season.